Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, and the Houston Texans. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Let's go! One!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They're going to look to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35. And here comes the Texans now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Look to throw here. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Randy Gregory able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is under...
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Miller on the catch over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On second down, here's Miller. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Well, so it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Buying time to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll look to throw now on first down. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go!
They'll throw now on the final play. Caught left side, Hopkins. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the visiting Colts who were able to pick up the road victory. Jimmy Garoppolo, a touchdown pass in the victory. From there, we stay in the AFC East. We head to Buffalo to see what's happening with the Bills. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Deshaun Watson, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. And finally, Monday Night Football has a good one down at the Superdome. An NFC battle between the Redskins and the Saints.
And okay, so much. They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll look to throw here on first down. Forced out to his left. And some room to work. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Griffin. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. First target, first catch, and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Now a carry for the fullback. This is Jay Prosch. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Back to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
He'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll look to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Demarcus Lawrence able to drop him for a loss of a couple. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal.
Ohio! Ohio!
looking to throw. Dancing to his under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. David Irving. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller, able to slither by. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now back to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds his man Griffin. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a... Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll look to throw. Incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Back to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. 23 yards on the play. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jalen Smith in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
And he's got Miller. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. He's back to throw. Caught here by Griffin.
Offside, defense.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. So getting the big touch. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field.
And he coughed it up!
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. They'll drop the throw. Steps away to his left. Dumps it complete to Miller. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
This is Miller. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The Texans on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down. But
they'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal.